time to go viral. I'm homicidal, I'm killing all my rivals. I'm the man, shit, I put that on the Bible. Spotify my target, cause you know I got the title. Hey, I'm a Mac too. I told baby shake that ass like she Apple. She said it's real, so she got my name tattooed. House full, so I hit it in the back room. Baby said she needed nail, peep the urgency. I want a little Kim before she had the surgery. Leg spread on that hardcore poster. She love twerking, she just do it for the coach. Big dog, bull massive. 6 tray Chevrolet, I'm classic. All these niggas mad at me, that's tragic. The main bitch in the bed, that's graphic. Yeah, we about to go viral. Hey, we about to go.
Yeah. What's the deal? Long time no see. We back. Welcome back to another episode of the Viral Way Podcast. Make sure you share, like, subscribe to the channel. Shout out all the Viral Gang members out there. Y'all doing y'all thing. It's up and it's stuck. We ain't done a full episode in a while, man. What's the word? What's going on?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be here. I'm ready to get it cracking. How you feeling?
Man, I gotta turn my energy back up. Nigga been a long day.
He said I'm talked out. I can't talk no more.
Hey, that's how it be though, huh? I feel it.
They in the multiple episodes in one day. They'll get you. It's like a basketball game, a football game.
It's grind mode though. You know, it's grind time. Ain't no time for excuses. It's time to go harder. You feel me?
And you would think like, oh, I'm just talking. Y'all don't understand how much energy talking take out of you. You be like talked out. Like, you know what? I don't care about nothing.
They got 140 characters left, nigga.
Close to the red, yeah.
Hey, it's a lot going on though, man. You know, we gotta talk about what's going on in the world. You know, if anybody going put y'all up on game and talk about what's important and what's going on right now, you know it's us, man. We got Hurricane Helen down there wiping out Carolina. The government not giving no aid and assistance. It's a lot of conspiracy theories floating with that, so we gonna get into that. We got the port strike already over. Yeah. Wow, that was fast. They reached some type of agreement. We don't know the details of it, but we gonna get into that as well.
I believe 62 over 6 years.
Okay, so we can get into that. The cyber strikes, the cyber attacks that they keep acting like are glitches, been going crazy for the last couple of weeks, if y'all ain't noticed. We gonna get into that. But before we get into that, it's some celebrity news going on. Kali done just put us on to something that I didn't even know was going on. Kali, man, fill us in.
Bank of America, yeah.
No, that's part of the whole glitch thing. Yeah, that's the cyber shit. What's going on with this celebrity shit, though?
So Chris Brown, I guess ID, the company that made Quiet on Set, which was a documentary featuring all the Nickelodeon kids about Dan Schneider and other people, they're making a documentary about Chris Brown, I guess, and detailing his abuse on a new victim. So how y'all feel about it? Y'all think it's a cash grab? Y'all think it's any credence to it? In my opinion, it's another smear campaign. I don't see where this person came out of nowhere. It's been years since the Rihanna thing, right? It's been years since the Karuchi thing. And I do know that he has, to a certain degree, a track record. I don't want to say a track record of abuse, because when you in them situations and you in them rooms, you never know what's 100% going on. But we have things to point to. With all that being said, I feel like if this was true, this person would have came out a long ass time ago and said something. And we don't hear no rumors about Chris Brown like we do Diddy about blowing up cars and all of this shit. So I don't see where we could hear or think she would be afraid to come out. So it just seemed like another cash grab to me.
They still, excuse me. They still not letting Chris Brown even live down the Rihanna thing. He's still trying to redeem himself in the eyes of certain people when it comes to that. So I'm going to give Chris Brown the benefit of the doubt. I'm starting to see a fucking pattern. This is shit I'm getting tired of. Like I said, when it come to our people, it's a war on us every fucking time. Like, do they even got real proof about this shit? For them to come out of the nowhere, now the Diddy attacks, now you coming after the big celebrities, you going after Chris Brown is considerably an icon at this point, especially with that R&B shit. Ain't nobody that can really fuck with Cub. So they're trying to find any way to start going after our people. This is just in a different form. Every time it's something else. They don't highlight nothing about they fucking people when it's coming to this shit. Like, and we know for a fact that majority of them is living wild and foul. And a lot of the things that they even programmed, if our people is doing it, into us. They're controlling the narratives of everything. So
Chris Brown was a kid when that stuff happened. So for the fact that y'all not letting this man live that down, he done paid his debt to society, he paid his debt to Rihanna. Like, it happened and it's over. And what's crazy is a lot of this backlash is coming from women who are in abusive relationships now and won't leave. In love with the nigga, beating their ass right now. Nigga going all upside their head every time they turn on the wrong movie on Netflix, and they still fucking with the nigga. Like, let's be for real here, man. Shit happens. People make mistakes. We still don't know the full story because according to Chris Brown and, you know, some people who know the inside scoop, Rihanna wasn't innocent in all of this.
Yeah, she's...
And if you ever been in a relationship, you know females will push you to that point, and then when you react, all of a sudden, you the bad guy. But she done just been throwing shit at you, pulling knives on you, spitting on you, calling you every name in the book, punching you, pushing you, and the one time you react and bam, a little bit, all of a sudden, you the bad guy, and fuck everything she did to you. So I always take that with a grain of salt anyways, because we know how shit could get in these toxic relationships. But to have a new victim come out, man, cut it the fuck out. Send her stupid ass back home, packing. She see what's going on with Diddy, getting all these bitches coming out the woodwork now, trying to get a cash grab. So she's trying to, oh, well, maybe he'll settle out of court because he don't want the bad publicity lined up with the Diddy case. Maybe I can get a quick bag. No, bitch, you're not getting nothing. Go the fuck back home. Get a job, bitch. In-N-Out's hiring. Matter of fact, bitches like you can't even work at In-N-Out. You got to go to fucking Jack in the Box or something. I don't know. You got to mop the floors, do something, bitch. But somebody's hiring. It won't be this lawsuit, though.
It's crazy how Chris Brown has really been stopped from, I feel like, the success that he was supposed to have. They really plateaued his success from being, 18, 19 years old, being a kid, making those mistakes to where I feel like he didn't get a lot of opportunities that he should have. He should have been performing at a Super Bowl, but we'll probably never get that, all because of abuse allegations. And I'm not saying that they're right or you know what I mean, or that he should have done what he did, but I think that he didn't kill nobody. He didn't murder nobody. He didn't molest somebody. He didn't traffic anybody. Like, and again, he was a kid. Emotions run high. Shit happens. So to still be holding that against Chris Brown and ultimately let it dictate his career the last, 10, 15 years is just, it's crazy to me.
Right, because he deserved many awards that he has not got. He deserved a lot more than what they're putting on him. Everybody make mistakes. Ain't no fucking perfect human beings out here. So all the people that be so quick to judge him probably done far worse than he's done. And he's done more good than people would actually like to give him credit for, especially with his impact on his music. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Chris Brown. Breezy, stay strong, stay out the way, keep doing what you do. Keep getting your fucking success.
Come on.
They locked up my wife's boyfriend. Chris
What? Oh.
I don't know if they locked him.
Nah, they having a new documentary
they
on
trying
him.
to put allegations
Yeah.
Don't come here with that zesty shit, man. This is a zest-free platform, nigga.
Get your shit together, man.
Yeah, get it together, man. But yeah, man, Chris Brown, be great, man. Like, I'm tired of hearing about it at this point. Just like I'm tired of hearing about the Diddy shit now. Now you got some grown-ass man talking about, yeah, when I was 6, Diddy put his arm around me, kind of strange, man. If you don't get your big goofy ass the fuck up out of here.
Nigga just want his 15 minutes of fame.
Oh, God,
man.
like, y'all lucky I'm not the judge. Like, what's that black judge who been going viral, going crazy? That would have been me going crazy on y'all ass. Like, I don't want to hear none of this shit. All this ambulance chasing, y'all chasing these celebs. Boy, listen, just thank God I didn't have fame when I was younger because I would have had a whole lot of lawsuits fucking with y'all.
And what about the parents? Like the little dude said that. I'm like, your parents was there. Your dad was the photographer at the Diddy party. So if anybody should be in trouble, it should be him. It shouldn't be Diddy. I mean, you know what I mean? If anything happened, your pops was right there and took the picture of it happening. And you didn't tell your pops you felt weird. What happened?
Niggas is weird.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Just took a picture with him and that's it.
I don't even want to give that too much time. Let's get into some real news. So there's been a lot of cyber attacks, allegedly, a.k.a. glitches going on. Most recently, the Bank of America glitch where everybody's bank account across the nation hit $0. People was in a panic. They hit that red button, you feel me? And before that, we had Verizon across the globe. Their coverage was out because I was in New York, and when I got off the plane, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Turn the phone on, turn it off, reset the settings. By the time I get home, I look on Twitter, like, oh, Verizon is out. So I'm like, damn, that's kind of odd. Then we had a few nuclear plants blow up. We had a few churches set on fire. So it looked like it been complete carnage and complete chaos. They said it was a few missiles launched some on accident, some on purpose, allegedly. So to me, it looked like they at home testing the system. Like, okay, let's see. Okay, bank account cleared. Okay, yeah, that still work. Phone system shut down. Okay, that still work. Anytime we want to shut down y'all livelihood, internet, power, anything, that was like a test to me, and to see how are they gonna react when all this shit go down.
I look at it differently. I look at it as hackers. I look at it as people being able to hack the system. But I think the problem is that when it comes to like protection for cyber warfare in America, I think we're more interested in searching and watching our own people than protecting our borders when it comes to cybersecurity. Since the Patriot Act, when, you know, that was really something to say, okay, we can put up more cameras. We have now the ability to look into everything that you're doing pretty much. And we have this because of the Patriot Act. So I feel like we're more enamored with spying on our own people than protecting our borders again with cybersecurity. So when you have the CrowdStrike update supposedly, or you got the NPD background check that leaked a lot of different social security numbers, it makes you wonder, how can we not stop that, but we have the ability to go and then again track maybe certain people, you know, of interest without a warrant or any type of, you know what I mean, judicial thing to be able to say, okay, this is okay. So again, when things like this are happening, instead of us actually protecting that from happening, we use our powers to then wreak havoc on the American people.
I think the hacker shit is bullshit at this point. They use the hacker shit for every fucking thing that goes on. And it's like, it's a ploy in a sense, because for them to be the government and have the greatest type of security, all this eye in the sky, all this fucking gadget shit that they create, that they fucking control, they allow supposedly hackers to do everything. I wouldn't be surprised if they got their own fucking set of hackers and making you think something. So when something really do happen, they could blame it on the hackers and act like they don't know how to regroup and get it under control. A lot of people, this is why you should even probably keep all your shit in
one bank account. Don't ever have just one.
Not even just that in general, because you probably need more than one bank account in different places. Because a lot of these places, once they shut your liquid assets down and all that shit, it's over with for you. Your car's declining, ain't nothing working. What the fuck you gonna do? All they gonna do is tell you the system down. We can't help you until something come up. Yo, they ain't finna help you with no bills. They ain't finna help you with shit else. This is why, whatever they say, the Asians and all them people don't believe in fucking banks, because they're more prepared on these type of moments in these days, because they could shut your shit down and you stuck.
A bank is essentially gambling your money, though. No,
how ironic is it that it's Cyber Security Awareness Month and all this shit's going haywire? How ironic is that? The FBI released a tweet, says over 30 years ago, the Morris worm unleashed chaos on the internet, infecting thousands of computers. This Cyber Security Awareness Month, discover how this early cyber attack led to sweeping changes and how the FBI helps defend against digital threats. So as Cybersecurity Awareness Month hits, cybersecurity goes out the window and all the systems glitch and start going crazy. I find that ironic, and I don't believe in coincidence. Ruckus, what you feel about it?
I mean, you said you was going to fire me, so I got to agree with you on this one. I agree with you on that. I feel like this is all just conditioning. Let's see what they're going to do. Let's see how they respond to this. I used to watch this show when I was young called The Outer Limits. And there was one episode where, like, these people, they had got, like, taken to, like, another planet. They didn't even know they was on another planet. They lifted their whole neighborhood up and just took it to another planet. And basically, these people just observed them and watched how they reacted, whether they turned on each other, just observing their behavior so that they would know when they went to try to, like, take over the whole planet, how people will react. And it was just like, if you can just get them to not trust each other, you got them.
The Truman Show.
You can get them to, like, if you can get them to turn on each other and start blaming each other and become suspicious of each other, you got them. And if you look at America, they got us. The Democrat Republican Party, they got people. I would say more so on the Democrat side, obviously, but they got those people really thinking their neighbor is like worse than Hitler. Like, you're a Hitler, you're a bigot, you're this. Like, I was telling one person, like, there was a black person, I was like, bro, why do you walk around acting like the Klan is rolling around that place?
Yeah, but
like,
yeah,
that's how people act.
but I would say the Republicans are just as indoctrinated, right? You hear the whole leftist, blue-haired, liberal thing a lot from Republicans as well.
No, we live in California, so we do see that. Crazy people who look in a certain way. What I'm saying is, you never hear a Republican calling his neighbor Hitler. You'll never hear a Republican like, this person's an existential threat to our country. Republicans, conservatives don't talk
I think they do. That's what they're doing with Kamala right now.
There's nothing a Republican has said about Kamala other than she's just incompetent. She's really not qualified.
So who do you think is responsible for the cyber attacks? The Republicans or the Dems? Because I'm trying to see where this tying in
I think
at.
it's the people that they work for.
Okay.
I think it's the corporations, BlackRock.
Yeah.
Those dudes are above. They're
Yeah.
telling them what to do. And if they say it's like the C-19, right? Who's responsible for that? It ain't a Democrat or a Republican. It's the guy that the Democrat or Republican works for.
Mm-hmm.
And those people are really pulling strings. And these are just the people that they're put there. These are the front men. But what I say is like, we all have our core values and the things we understand. And it's just like the military. If you're in doubt, fall back on your training. We have more in common than we have different. At the end of the day, every American from all walks of life. There's things we all love laying on a beach under the sun on a nice hot day, right? When you start getting into the minutia and the nuance of things and letting that becomes the biggest screen that you see, that's when we have a problem. And I think there's nothing that the American people or people in the world can't overcome. And we just always remember, they can only get us if they can convince us to separate and start turning on each other.
Because I'm looking at what happened, and I'm seeing how crazy people went just from their bank account hitting zero. I'm like, what happens when the apocalypse hit? Like, y'all are not really ready for anything. Like, I got to stop saying like as well. What training is the average American doing to defend himself, to survive off the land without this internet, without, you know what I'm saying, having power at the house? What type of real life training does the average person have? If the grocery store runs out of food today, honestly, how are you gonna eat?
You guys talk about me because I'm fat, but if we got into a food scarcity situation,
You gonna live the longest?
First of all, you're not gonna out survive. You know what's gonna happen?
Without food in you.
That's a lie.
No, look,
Yeah,
we're not gonna have to go
you-
without food. We're gonna put our heads together. We're gonna say he the odd man out. We're gonna bang bang and we're gonna eat your ass. That's enough food for about a month straight. Fuck you mean? We're gonna put fuck is you talking? Nah, ain't no civilized.
It's an apocalypse, nigga. Yeah,
when shit hit the fan, it ain't no civilized. What was that episode of The Walking Dead where they ate the black nigga?
When it comes to it, you know somebody got to go. But at the end of the day,
Can we eat the dog first?
at the end of the day,
Nah, we love the dog. We definitely ain't doing that. The dog gonna keep you alive because the dog got the senses. The dog got the senses.
the dog gonna take it.
The 6'6",
food.
yeah.
Exactly. You follow the
Gonna have
dog.
to the woods
That dog gonna
somewhere.
be looking at the cabinet, waiting for the kibbles.
Shit. That dog performed when it's time.
That dog gonna have a cat, anything you need, bring it back to the house.
All I'm saying is, people, y'all gotta really wake y'all game up.
The Haitians and the Asians got the cat.
Hey, whoa, allegedly, we don't condone that. We don't condone that. I'm gonna say this though, y'all really gotta wake y'all game up because we have a lot of full-blown adults really walking around helpless. You think you big, bad, tough. Just think about if shit was to shut down. A lot of y'all are helpless. You know how they say like the average man overestimates his fighting skills by like 67% or something until he gets in a real fight and gets punched in the face and realizes he don't know shit? That's what it's kind of like with the survival. Everybody thinks they finna be out here like Rambo or like Tarzan surviving off the lamb. No, you're gonna be spinning in a circle going, oh my God, come help me.
Yeah.
When these
Yeah.
grocery stores is empty.
Well, It's
Right,
because
that's
of,
what I'm getting at.
It's because of the ability to obtain knowledge now, or so we think. So people have so much knowledge at their fingertips and technology that they think they could survive because of TikTok videos and YouTube and this and that. But it's completely different from reality. And then on top of that, the skills that we have now are not the skills that kids were getting back then. They had agriculture in school, home economics, auto shop, wood shop, all these different things that they've to a certain degree taken out and just replaced it with technology, cell phones, and attention span eating things really that it just ultimately is going to kill the youth. And
Kids nowadays struggle with basic functional
Yeah.
assignments like, man, you can tell a kid, hey, stick this key in the door and turn it. They'll be there for a while. Just because everything is so like at the touch of a screen button, right? It's like Star Trek kind of. You lose that basic motor skills. You go tell a kid, you go to the high school and look at the PE class, the most unathletic generation ever.
it's crazy, yeah.
They can't even do basic footwork.
They don't even want to go to PE.
Climb the tree. Yeah, they like, just fail me. I just fail me.
We used to slap box in the
Yeah,
locker
the just
room.
felt me generation is wild. PE was the one thing you knew you can get an A in.
Yeah,
Just show up.
crazy there.
We had like 3 females that didn't want to suit up for Pete.
That always was that for sure. Yeah.
Even they would walk around the track.
They would.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying that was the most. Everybody else was out there doing what they needed to do.
But you know what does make your human instinct kick back in? A natural disaster. Because we just recently had one in Carolina, Hurricane Helen, right? There's a lot of conspiracies circling what went on out there. And let's go down all the rabbit holes. Most recently, apparently they have a big lithium
Plant.
a plant, like a big amount of lithium where a certain company wants to mine the lithium, and they're saying that this hurricane was man-made and directed towards that area. They let it hit the area. They displace all the people. They don't allow nobody to help. There was people live on the ground making videos saying, hey, we had helicopters, we had boats, we had this. We were getting people out, and the local police told us, hey, we're going to take you to jail if you keep helping people. People from out of state that try to send money, government said, nah, we got them. Come to find out, the government only get their ass $750.
Crazy.
3 nights in a hotel. All the grocery store food is wiped out. People's on Instagram showing everything that's going on in real time. They're basically starving the people and waiting them out, same way they did in Hawaii, so they can get the land. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna say allegedly, so I don't get sued. But how the fuck we spending all these billions, trillions, and millions to foreign countries, helping foreign aid, helping these motherfucking migrants that they're allowing to come in to get the votes. But then when the American citizen needs the help, here goes 750 talking about FEMA don't have enough money to last through the hurricane season. Bro, have you seen how much FEMA actually spent? I got the numbers. I'm going to pull it up. I want to get y'all opinions on it before I pull that up. But they spent a crazy amount of money helping foreign aid, but they're our own citizens who have shed their blood, sweat, and tears for this land, who don't work, pay taxes, who helped build this land, can't get shit. 750?
750 is crazy.
Well, you know the Democrats.
750 is crazy work. This is a clear indication they do not care about the people. You gonna have to see this shit over and over again, and I don't care about the politics. I don't care about who you voting for. It don't fucking matter. All your taxpayer money ain't going to shit that matter. Like I've been told y'all, this is a perfect fucking example. $750.
That's a fact. We've been with the your vote don't matter. The tax money ain't going to help.
Give me a 4 or 5 that is gone in 2 days.
Listen,
I think over the last 4 years, the Democrats have showed us that they care more about. They're more interested in their foreign affairs than they are in the American people.
Democrats are more concerned about gaining and consolidating power than anything else. They don't care about democracy or nothing like that. They're going to manipulate things to the point where they'll stay in power forever. The thing that's going on is the government they found a lithium deposit over there in North Carolina, right? So the government was going to secure a contract with the locals in that area who own the land to come in and mine for lithium in that area. They're saying that the hurricane was basically allowed to wipe everything out, and the government's not having the proper response, because when a natural disaster occurs and there's a state of an emergency established, the government then, there's a clause that kicks in. It's basically like federal imminent domain, where the government then can come in and purchase your land for not the price that is valued at today, but for the price that it was valued at 5 years ago. So they're basically saying that this is a play by the government to basically get that land for cheaper than what they would have been able to get it for if they just did a straight up contract.
Is this what they did in Hawaii as well, right?
Same type of thing they're doing in Hawaii, because they want the lithium deposit. The issue is we gave illegal alien migrants $1 billion, over $1 billion, just in some cities for permanent, like not permanent, but like months-long housing, free food stamps, cash payments, helping them buy cars, all types of crazy stuff. One family actually just bought their first home in Illinois. A bunch of immigrants that bought a house in Illinois, and it's like black folks struggling.
bro.
On top of that, Vladimir Zelensky was in the country 3 days ago. We just gave him $6 billion.
Listen, I got the numbers right here.
For the criminal, you
But they got like 24 billion to Ukraine.
Oh.
Listen, so far this year, the United States has given 24 billion to Ukraine, 11 plus billion to Israel, 1 plus billion to Ethiopia, 1 plus billion to Jordan. They gave about $1 billion to Egypt. They gave a couple millions of billions to Afghanistan, Somalia, Yemen. They gave damn near $1 billion to Congo, Syria. 9,000 per illegal immigrant that has entered the U.S. And we know how many, and you know how many, so do your math on that. Over 20 million, they all got 9,000 plus. When Hurricane Helen hits, guess what the American citizen who lives here, pays taxes, guess what they got? $750.
$750 to make that clear.
If this was Trump, he would have been on a stake burning right now.
Elon Musk has done more for the hurricane than the president.
He would have been
of the
all
United
over the
States.
news, but the fact no one is even mentioning Biden. It has turned into Kamala and Trump, but Trump actually had went out there, hollered at the people.
Trump is helping people.
No, I know that, but I'm saying before Kamala and I don't even mention Biden no more. He's non-existent.
He's not the
Before
president. Yeah, he's not the president.
He's not even the president. Before Kamala went down there, Trump was already down there, and people was giving Kamala shit. Then they said she shut down the traffic airspace to do this tour down there and talk about how they're gonna give $750. When they interviewed Biden, he said we ain't even giving no aid. That's over with. We not giving the Americans shit.
We done, yeah.
Alejandro Mayorkas said ain't no more money left.
Yeah, he said that.
And FEMA gave $1 billion to the migrants. So
That's what I mean. FEMA spending this money.
They said that Kamala Harris had to shut down the airspace. Stupid. What they're really doing is, this was going on. Elon Musk just tweeted about this today. What they're doing is they don't want Elon Musk and Trump down there helping people with that Starlink setup where they can communicate with each other and get on the internet and all that without the government infrastructure, right? Because they know once people can communicate what's really coming out of there, it's going to be just like Katrina. You're going to start getting the truth on the ground and see how much the government is really neglecting people down there, right? On top of that, so they're blocking the airspace. So Elon Musk's helicopters can't come in and give aid. They're blocking. Of course, the roads are gone. But here's the play. This is what I said on my show. All Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are doing, all this millions and millions of dollars that these weapons manufacturing companies and these corporations like Google have given to the Democrats like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, all these donations they've given them, they know it's not a good chance she's going to win. So they had to make a play so that they could get their money back. Because all that stuff is just a loan. We're going to give you a couple 19 million and you make sure we get $1 billion back. They don't care because they're playing with house money. They're getting American people's dollars. So look at this. They don't want to let nobody in. They're only going to do it through FEMA. Well, guess what? When all that money comes to FEMA, the government passes that bill to send $5 billion over there or whatever, who's getting the lion's share of that money? All the same people, Google, Raytheon, all these same people who donated to their campaign.
Man, where's Kanye? Where's Kanye West when you need him? Where's Kanye West when you need him? Kanye been ghost. I'm just saying, times like this, Kanye is usually outspoken and he usually helps the urban community pay attention to what's going on, a la Katrina. You feel me?
They got brought off the nitrous, yeah.
Now we don't have a Kanye in the public's eye. A lot of this shit is going unspoken of. But one thing I do notice is we made this point on the show a lot about how it's not a race battle, it's a class battle. And now that those rural white areas is getting wiped out and they getting the treatment that niggas got in Katrina, now they on some fuck the government shit. They on TikTok crying. The government betrayed us. The government don't give a fuck about us. And a lot of these are the same people who told us shut the fuck up and stop playing the race card. The government loves us. Why would the government do this? A lot of these people called the people in Katrina liars, looters, criminals. And now these same people are in the same position as a lot of them people who were in Katrina was in. And now they doing a lot of the same shit. They trying to ransack the stores. The food's gone. I'm seeing a lot of people getting damn near taken to jail for getting their own property. I seen a cop pull up on somebody and they like, sir, this is our business. We trying to get our property before the tweakers and the smokers come get it. He said, look, all I'm gonna tell you is get up out of here. If I see you again, you going to jail. And this is for getting their own property. So they don't even want you being able to retrieve your goods. They want you starving, period. They want you out of there.
They take all the resources out of there. Exactly,
all the resources until y'all get the fuck up out of there. But we told y'all for a long motherfucking time, this is how it was. And until y'all felt the wrath that, hey, y'all are under that boot as well. They just give y'all little privileges every now and then to make you think you above. No,
Now
you dirt too.
And now we're going to see how much strength they got. Or now you're going to have to understand how much strength it took us to overcome all this shit that we deal with.
That's a fact. So, man, everybody out there in Carolina, hold y'all head. If this don't show y'all need to wake up, put on some tinfoil hats, and we need to build some type of coalition as humans to gain some type of power back, because shit like this shouldn't be happening. There's no way FEMA, this is why FEMA was supposed to exist. We know that's not really why it does, but by theory, this is why it's supposed to exist for situations like this.
FEMA back in the day was giving your grandma $10,000 just for water damage in her apartment that wasn't even caused by no natural disaster. I remember when we was young, black folks would call FEMA, they come examine your apartment, and you got a big ass check. And I was in California just for basic wear and tear. 10,000, 12, 20,000. Now Americans only get 750, but I want to tell you this. One thing people gotta realize, this shit is highly politicized. Look at, because it affected North Carolina and it affected Georgia, right? Look where Kamala Harris is at right now. They're not up in actual Appalachia in North Carolina where the whites are. They're in Georgia. Why? Because Georgia voted blue last election. They're not giving no attention to North Carolina. Why? Because North Carolina voted red last election. So Trump and Elon about to head up to North Carolina and check on them, but they're basically making this 100% political. Kamala Harris ain't going to North Carolina. She's going to go right, because that's a battleground state. She's going to go right there because that's where she needs people to vote for her at. Where she knows she's probably not going to get the votes, she just like, fuck them. And that's the issue with these people. These people...
You scratch my back, I did not scratch yours.
Yeah, it's quid pro quo damn near. We're only going to look out for the people who voted for us. But when you become president, you're president of everybody. Even if you don't agree with their politics or they didn't support you, that's the difference. That's why I like Trump. He fucked with Elon. Elon and Trump would have major beef when Trump was president, because Trump wouldn't give him money subsidies for SpaceX. Now they found common ground. J.D. Vance, he was a Trump hater, never Trumper.
True.
Now he's Trump's vice president. I like Trump because Trump does the things to win people over. Damn, I didn't realize. I thought this about him, but then I realized this. Kamala Harris,
So let me ask y'all this then.
exactly who you thought she was.
So let me ask y'all this, right? Not to shift gears, but let's shift gears a little bit. Is the Constitution even a thing anymore? We done seen it been abused. We done seen it been broken for so many different events. What does the Constitution mean anymore? Because this right here, this hurricane shit, is treason. They gave all this money to foreigners, but our own citizens get nothing. They starve. They get thrown in jail for trying to help each other. If that's not un-American, I don't know what is. And last I checked, it said when your government gets too tyrannical, the people can overthrow the government, and it's up to the people to overthrow that government. So at this point, they already making their moves. They made their moves, and they showed their hands. Their hands was fuck the people. We not for the Americans, period, point blank. So at what point do we grab that Constitution, we got one sitting over there, and say, man, we overthrowing this shit. Enough is enough. People out here drowning, losing their houses, and this ain't the first time. It's just the first time that it really affected white people damn near more than black people. So now it's making a lot of noise. When it was just Katrina, it's like, oh, all right, fuck you niggas, shut up. Now that it's like, it's them a part of this now it's looking crazy. So when do we overthrow the motherfucking government and get somebody in office who is about the people?
I think the Constitution is the most important document in the land, and it's what separates America from the rest of the world. The Constitution was meant to limit the size of government. The problem now is we've allowed our government to get too big, to where now the government is down there like Skynet or like artificial intelligence. Once you allow it to infiltrate too deeply, Now it fights to protect itself, right? This situation with the states should have never been an issue where the government should have to go into the states. For in the beginning of our nation, the owners of the means of production usually stepped in to help people in the time of disaster. People would get together, the state would run something to help that situation. And if you look at what Trump and Elon are doing, that is in the spirit of that. Because we got two billionaires who can move much more efficiently, much faster than the bloated United States government that's going to charge you $1 million to do something that costs $10,000. They're moving much faster, much efficiently, and they're able to produce a more accurate response, right, to what's going on. Versus the federal government, which is way too big, trying to go over there trying to kill ants with a hammer, right, with a sledgehammer, and they are basically hurting the people. Because now people who could have been helped 3, 4, 5 days ago are having to wait a week to get assistance because they are literally blocking Elon and blocking Trump from helping the people. And I believe that is just I think it flies in opposition to an inevitable future where the people who own the corporations, the people who own the technology, they will start to have a larger role in the administering of like emergency services, things like that.
But they're not just blocking Trump and Eli; they're blocking average citizens for help. So that's what I'm saying. So at that point, it looks treasonous and it looks un-American to me, and people should be taking the power,
It's like
going,
a homeowners association.
"What the fuck y'all
people-
doing?"
Well, I feel like
A
American.
lot of people won't care because they're not in that state or they feel like it's not affecting them. But be aware, because you could be next. They could be plotting and planning on all type of shit. They don't just write scripts and books and strategize ways of just, we just going to do this here. They have a whole outlet of a playbook of where they're heading to next. So it could be today, it could be in a year, it could be 2 years. It don't matter. Like bro just said, it's about time people going to have to stand up for the people. If you ain't finna stand up for yourself, they going to keep throwing over your ass and keep doing what the fuck they want to do.
I think America has always used their people or disasters towards their people as a means to whatever it is. People have always been an afterthought or just a casualty when it comes to natural disasters, war, disease, whatever the case is. That's the way that we work as a society. So when you talk about the Constitution, to me, it's supposedly an ever-changing and breathing, document. But we know what it really is. To me, corporations run America. That's who runs America. You're seeing that problem right now where the politicians are able to sort of pick who they want to go where and administer aid here, and depending on their relationship with those people or with that political party. So to me, it's very corporation-based due to capitalism. But, the Constitution, even though it's a set of rules and it exists, in certain times, it does feel like it doesn't exist, and that corporations, in my opinion, have more control.
Hey, look.
Kind of push back on you with the capitalism thing, because if you just look at the nature of capitalism needs consumers to survive. Why would a capitalistic system want to kill their own people or allow their people to be in a bad situation? That's why usually when you see natural disasters happen, who are the first people to respond?
But I feel like
Walmart, all of them, they're there before the government because they understand these are the people that give us the ability to control and manipulate and pull strings. You need people. It's like a farmer needs a McDonald's.
Yeah, you need the cattle. You need the cattle.
But I feel like also you need problems. And so problems is really what makes the world go round. Without problems, there's nothing to solve. And I think government and corporations are in it hand in hand. That's what I'm saying.
I agree. They create the problems and then they give the solutions. But not to stay too politically. I seen another story that was trending. The Mendez brothers. They said they're going to look back into that case because they might need to get let up out that joint.
Yeah.
Now we all know that was one of the biggest cases ever. Apparently these two twins done smoked their own parents, killed their own parents, and they got convicted. It was a big trial. You got to watch it on TV. It's all type of documentaries. You probably could jump on Netflix right now. They done reenactments and movies.
They just
a whole
dropped
movie,
it,
all
yeah.
type of shit. And now they're saying that, hey, the parents were allegedly molesting, doing all type of unfathomable things to the kids. The mom was allowing the dad to do it. That's why they took the two parents out. And people are saying, hey, let them out because we don't see nothing wrong with that. But it's kind of a slippery slope because how many times we done seen people who were victims kill their attacker and they go to jail.
I forget her name, but Cynthia something. There's a documentary about her. She was like a sort of she went home with a man and she killed him, and then she went to jail for years because of that. But he was trying to rape her, and when she killed him, she ended up going to jail.
That's what I'm getting at.
Kim Kardashian get her ass out of
It's like
jail,
Cynthia
too.
Brown or something like
I
that.
don't
Yeah.
believe her. I believe she was a prostitute and she murdered bro trying to rob me. But the thing with the Menendez brothers, bullshit, all this retroactive facts, right? Revisionist history. Two spoiled rich kids were angry with their parents and killed them. Now your dad was molesting you and your mom. All that's easy to say now because you killed your mom.
Now they been saying it.
They were saying it during
They
the
were
during the
saying
case.
that
yeah.
during the
They were
trial
saying
or
they got
whatever the
people that
case.
advocated, but regardless, everybody got reasons of why
But
they kill.
But-
Everybody got reasons of why they kill. So I don't care if you can free them, whatever the case is, but free all my niggas then.
Free the set. Free the set. Free the homies, cuz.
Tell me that you brave enough to kill, but you not brave enough to go to the police and tell
And that's
somebody
that's
what's
exactly
going
what
on.
they're gonna say.
Fuck
They're
your
they're
shit.
they're using this just to make more money off their damn story.
So that's what I was gonna say. I think it's clout because the documentary, or not the documentary, there is a documentary dropping on Netflix, but they just dropped a 9-episode reenactment, like with dramatizations and things like that. And so you see Kim Kardashian attached to it as well, and it's like, to me, it sounds like another cash grab. Somehow, some way, if she's able to get him out, there's some deal in the works. That's the only reason why they getting out.
I'm not gonna fault her too much because she was doing a lot of work of going to prisons that a lot of people didn't know. If you didn't know, Kim K has gone to prison. She's visited prisons, and that shined light on a lot of different prisons and made things easier for a lot of prisoners. And she got people actually out of prison. So I can't just fault her all the way and saying she's not doing what she's doing. For whatever reason she's doing it, if they get out or whoever she gets out, it's in good. It's
They
in good
probably
faith.
They probably won't let him out. They probably won't let him out. They only doing it because of the documentary about to drop.
They need to let out R. Kelly. They need to let out Puffy because Puffy could say, "Well, I was molested when I was little, so I was a victim. I victimized other people."
True.
This is like your brother said. It's a slippery slope. It sets a horrible precedent. You killed your parents, bro. Before you called 911, you picked up a shotgun. Y'all went shopping for guns.
Yeah, y'all premeditated the fuck
But
out of it.
this
yeah.
what made it look crazy is shit. They went out on the town splurging.
That
after
nigga had one
they
nigga had a
kinda-
toupee on his head. I'm like, nigga ain't got no hair at 14.
Would you
They went
happy
out there
you
with a
murdered somebody
bag.
that was molesting you for years?
No, bro. You had the ability
I don't
to go-
think-
if you had the ability to get in a fucking sports car and drive around Malibu and go buy guns, y'all got a pocket full of money, bro. You could have got away from that situation.
Let me play devil's advocate because a lot of the people who end up being victimized, they do go to the police and the police don't listen to their
Man,
cries.
but these some-
And then we see, no, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna
we've
kill
seen
you,
this
mom. Them type of
happen-
niggas that we
we've
dealing
seen
with.
this.
Yeah, this type of niggas we
We've
dealing
seen
with.
this happen before where people go to the police send them right back to the very people they're reporting on, and they get done dirty. They get killed anyway, even though they already went to the police. We've seen it happen a lot of motherfucking times. Not saying that this is the case because I don't know how to feel about it. Because who's saying that this new information is groundbreaking enough for them to get out when I know a lot of niggas who done killed in self-defense. We seen a lot of females who done killed their rapists in self-defense, and they in jail, and they not getting let out. So what make these two motherfuckers so special that they murk their parents? Like, what
Netflix.
groundbreaking info? Because there's a lot of
That's it.
people that need to get broken out if that's the case. Like y'all said, this look like another cash grab. Happily ever after Kim Kardashian, she done it again. They throwing her name in the Diddy case, so she need another good. I mean, I don't know. This is all alleged. Shout out to Kim for getting niggas out, though.
Can I give a little biblical insight? There's a scripture out of Ecclesiastes 4:12 that says, "Though one may be overpowered, two together can defend themselves." It was two teenage males against one dad. Y'all could smoke, bruh, and go premeditate and plot on you, but one of y'all getting dicked in the booty and the other one laying over there listening to your dad. Bruh, it's bullcrap. There's no way this adds up to anything other than entitled ass rich kids who was like, I don't like the rules my parents made for me. My dad might bully. Let's say the dad bullied.
He probably slapped him around, yeah.
Slapped him around,
You piece of shit,
everybody
you know,
laughed.
that
And they
kind of
smoked,
crazy
bro.
shit.
And then they went into the road and went out of the town splurging and tripping. These dudes were just, it's entitlement. That is the biggest disease in America. And for rich people, it's been in their community more than anybody. That's why you see rich people make their kids do crazy rituals and shit just to like kind of kill that entitled like demon inside of them. The Menendez brothers are guilty of sin. They're premeditated.
guilty of sin is crazy. We all sin, nigga.
Do you believe?
I ain't killed nobody.
Hey, nah, but do you believe?
Nobody's mom's worse than mine.
Do you believe fear can paralyze people?
Look,
Man, I'm just saying
you
it.
can't kill somebody if you paralyzed.
That's not what I'm saying. So you saying that they never struck back at some point?
I get what you're saying.
You can put a cat in the corner for so long before it eventually fight back. Fear can consume somebody to where these people can't even react to.
And it's their parents, they're younger.
And it's your father. If I don't believe, I know fathers who got 2 sons and probably could beat the shit out of both of them at the same damn
Facts.
time. So it ain't.
That's a fact.
I'm just
It
saying
don't
that,
matter.
so-
I brought you in the world. I'm fucking y'all
Grown man
over.
strength is a little bit different too.
Because your respect and your admiration for your father and you grow up fearing that authority, even if you can't really whoop him, you can be paralyzed like, damn, this is my dad. There's no way my son finna
That's
whoop
true,
me.
bro.
Like,
That's
what
true.
you mean?
So now you have no point. You have no point but to maybe plot and scheme and catch somebody off guard because you know 9 times out of 10 coming just straight up it's not gonna happen. I'm not justifying nothing. I'm just saying that's how people plot.
It was just self-defense. Why you kill your mom?
Because they saying she was
allowed it.
allowing it. She was a part of it.
That's fine, but that's what I'm trying to tell you.
They killed her because they wanted that bread. Yeah.
Self-defense is like if you come at me with a knife and I kill you. Self-defense ain't like
It's not
you
even-
come at just one second. If you come at me with a knife and I kill you, then I kill this nigga for watching you do it and I do it.
They was in the living room.
That's not self-defense no more. They'll be free
I mean, you can say what you want, nigga. If you do something to me and somebody was there helping and I'm coming to demand you down, guess what? I'm getting that person that was with you.
She wasn't helping. She just wasn't doing
This is my
aided
mom,
it.
aiding and abetting.
You knew this was going on.
We
It
don't
ain't about
know.
hold you down. Even if you're
He
not
killed-
going to give me no help, you're not trying to stop it. You're not even going after him. Of course, nigga, fuck both of y'all at that point.
What's that Listen. Listen,
Niggas
what?
had,
Hold on.
niggas was
That
eating
was the
caviar
nigga,
after the
nigga.
murder.
No,
That's
what-
crazy.
No, what's that movie? What's the movie? Radio Flyer with the little boys. The drunk dad was coming home beating their ass and beating the mom ass, but the mom wind up helping to free them and get them up out of there. So if that's happening to you and moms is like sitting back drinking, watching it happen, nigga, I'm finna kill moms too.
Nah.
She going to
I'm finna unalive moms too.
Because check this out.
Fuck is you talking about?
That don't make sense to me only because if you seen how if you're so abused, then you would know that moms is just as abused as you. Because he not skipping her if he hitting you on the way out. He for sure getting her a little bit.
Do we know this for it to be fact?
I mean,
or this is a
This is
theory.
an assumption. Why do he gotta abuse moms if she in on it? That's his partner.
Because she was
crime.
drinking. She was already
He
done.
don't
She
have
used
to
to-
do it. Moms is giving it to him willingly.
Hey, on the
He don't
show,
gotta take
on the
it.
show,
She probably
she was by the window
consoling
and
them,
shit, drinking.
letting
and
them
shit.
know like,
Sad.
yeah, this okay type shit. Like, bitch, what you out of here too?
Niggas look
Grown ass
When it
niggas.
started, what
Six-
age did it start happening?
6.
That does matter.
That
nigga.
plays a part. If I mentally break you at a young
You got a
age, it don't
point.
matter how big you get. It's like a bear. You put a bear in a cage for 20 years and then you free it. That bear's still gonna walk that circumference of that cage because it's mentally
Same way the white
still
man
in the
break
cage.
you niggas down.
I was about to say that. Yeah. I said about to say that. Yeah.
You bigger, you stronger, and you spook, nigga.
Nigga, they come break you down.
Nah, it ain't none of that.
Scared as hell.
I think they killed them, for that bread.
I ain't saying just you. I'm just saying niggas in
Yeah,
general. The
but
ones that is.
all you gotta do is look at the Menendez brothers in real time, like when they was in court. Bro, them niggas is guilty, bro. These niggas look like they plotted that. They don't look like the straw.
It's not
Well,
about if they plotted.
what it
or
is,
not.
it's one of
about
them-
how long this shit could have been going on before, and now we finally got our get back.
One of them was weak as fuck. One of them was weak as fuck. The other one was other one was really with the shit. The other one was weak as fuck and just followed him along
None of these dudes was weak.
and followed him along, and now they both in there together. They killed moms because they wanted the bread. They was gonna kill pops. Once they killed pops, they was gonna kill moms, get the bread, and they went to get caviar, whatever they thought they was gonna do. They didn't think it out right. Then you had the damn therapist recording everything, so he already had him on tape. The weaker one already copped to it, like, yeah, we killed him. So it was.
I mean, we gonna see.
You in those therapist tapes that were used, obviously they or recorded, they couldn't be used. He wholeheartedly admitted that they did it, and he couldn't take it no more. No, but what I'm saying is that during those tapes, he never mentioned that he was abused. Yeah,
niggas was up.
and that was before they knew the case.
Them
They
niggas was up.
They knew they was guilty.
If you look at them in court, they looking hard as a motherfucker. Like, yeah, I'll kill again. Them niggas got that look. Like,
They was up.
Dude, people don't realize that.
What do you think? What do you think turned people into killers?
So they're sociopaths.
What do you think turns into them though?
Can I be honest?
What I think turned them into killers was entitlement.
No, what turns people, not
What
them.
turns people into killers?
That's what I'm telling you. Entitlement can turn you into a killer.
You think entitlement?
I know it. Rich people kill people all the time.
What about regular everyday people?
I think
Fear, trauma can turn you into that. But when
You just said they wasn't scared.
rich people turn, listen, rich people, sometimes when you got everything, you become a sociopath. Oh, sorry. You become a
Nigga
sociopath.
whistling.
You lose the ability to relate to people on an emotional level. And I think that's what happened with the Menendez brothers. They just super rich kids. They got everything they want. Their dad was like that barrier. He was the rule in their life. Like, I don't give a fuck what you said. I make the rules in here. He was the only thing standing between them and being able to
Man, listen.
hold on, and then when you look at that age, right? Like that's the age when how old are they? 17, 8, something like that.
What age did it start?
Hold on. You a lot of teens, especially ones that are in those areas, have that this is the end of the world complex over everything. So I do think that they could have got to a point where they just said, fuck it, we gonna, like he's saying, just let shit fly and whatever's gonna happen, fuck it, we're going out together, bro. Like
Man, let's see.
that's what I think.
Let's see when the facts.
They eliminated the option.
Let's see when the new facts come out if they innocent or not. Until then, we just speculating at this point. We're gonna see though. But if they free them, I got a long list of names that need to be freed as well. So let's keep it there. You feel me?
Okay, I'm just saying it's like when the two young lions come of age and the big male lion daddy is like, they're like, we gotta get rid of this motherfucker. He fucking shit up. He's fucking.
They ain't gotta get rid of him. The lion getting rid of your ass, nigga. Get the fuck on.
No, I'm talking about
The
another
male
lion.
lion nigga is getting rid
I'm
of his
talking about
kids.
other
Get the
lions.
fuck out of here, nigga.
Other lions. They tell me.
No, none of that. Pops ain't going for none of that. Get the fuck on.
And that's
nigga.
exactly what they was thinking.
No, they're not the male lion, nigga. The male lion was beating their ass and doing the fuck whatever fuck.
People who grew up in the house with a dad, they'll tell you the same shit. Man, my dad always fucking fucking with me. He always get in my face. He did it. Yeah, because he represents authority.
Yeah, we know that. Fathers are hated while they're in their house. Then when you grow up, you learn to appreciate it. That's just what it is,
And
man.
that's what it was. They just too young.
But what's going on with the music industry? Is it quiet out here? Did anybody drop? Future drop? I ain't really heard nobody talking about it.
All that shit is trash, man.
Nah, Dirk got a little banger out.
Dirk got a banger, but I mean like bodies of work.
We know
What's
they're
going
not-
on?
no, people
It's
ain't
over
really
with.
putting out bodies
It's
work.
cooked.
Hey,
Music industry is cooked. It's done. It's done.
Shut up.
Oh yeah, you got that.
perfect.
You said who?
I was saying we should have segued to the discipline of the kids shit. That was.
Oh, go ahead. You can
What
lead
you
the
talking
way.
about?
I'm gonna get a little personal. Like, I was having a conversation with my daughter and shit because we got a little thing about her cleaning her room. You know what I'm saying? Kids these days, they don't want to clean their room.
Yeah.
And I went on my daughter. I just told her like, "Hey man, clean her room." Literally 5 times. I've been kind of telling her like easily for like 3 weeks. Then I told her one day like 5 times in a row. She going to school. I go to her room. It's just fucked up. So I just was like, "Look, man, you're not going to school until you get this shit cleaned up, right?" So she in there just fucking around, but just beating around the bush, not trying to clean it. So I did old school. I put all the sheets off the bed, all the shit off the bed. The dirty clothes was laying on the bed. I put all that shit on the floor. I was like, "Now go put all this shit in the washing machine and put new stuff on here, all that." So my daughter got all pressed, right? She literally gave me a look like, if this nigga couldn't beat my ass, I'd probably fire him. She gave me one of those type of looks, right? The side eye. So later on, she tells her mom like, "Man, you guys told me how y'all used to get done when y'all was kids, and then dad did that to me, and you didn't even say nothing." And her mom is looking at her like, "Girl, you think what your dad did with you that morning is that's nothing?"
Yeah, it's nothing compared to what happened with us.
My daughter ain't ever even got hit or no shit like that. But to her, that's just, I offended her.
So how does this tie in with the discipline?
So the point I'm making is, these days, it's like they've made it like damn near impossible for you to actually discipline your kid, to the point where if you do discipline your kid and you use the techniques that they tell you to use, your kid is looking at you like, you tell them, you take the clothes off the bed and throw them on the floor like, "Hey, wash your shit." They looking at that like you just beat the shit out of them, like you might as well pick a stick and whack them across the back with it. So what I'm saying, my question is, how do you discipline your kids in a healthy way in this day and age when the kids look at any type of restrictions or boundaries or rules you put on them is a form of abuse?
This is how you do it. You gotta set it early, and you gotta set it often. Like you gotta set the groundwork early to where this is normalized. It's like when you have a baby and they tell you, hey, you know, this baby food, give them the vegetable first. Because if you give them this fruit, they're not never going to eat the vegetable again. So you got to make them learn to love the vegetables. You got to make them learn to love the discipline enough to where they discipline themselves. You look at other cultures, they don't play that shit. Like, I don't know if you've been around like Asians or Orientals or shit like that. Their culture a little different. They not different. I'm just saying, they not disrespecting their parents the way that our culture does because they look at their elders in a different light because of the culture. Our culture now, we have majority of women raising the kids. So that spun off to even the dads that's raising their kids now. They raising them like their mama raised them. So
and there's a lot of bickering. There's a lot of bickering in the household too.
Exactly.
Like you said, when it comes to the women too, they're not really going to be disciplinary. They're never going to do something without feeling bad 5-10 minutes afterwards. So it's hard for them. That's
hold
why
on.
you do need the fathers in the house to be firm and strict about what you're doing.
And they're not gonna allow men are not gonna allow too many outbursts from you. Like, you gotta pipe down, bro. When your pops is around, it's a lot of things you can't do that you could do if it was just a woman around. And a lot of these people are raised by just moms or whatever the case is, and so they have the ability to wow out. If your pops is around, you might, but he gonna sit you down. But like what you were saying, it starts early on. Like me growing up with my pops, granny, shit like that. Like, they had ground rules for us at an early age, and that's what it was, right? Like, this is what we eating for dinner. If you don't eat it, you're not eating, right? It ain't no special.
This goes back this goes back to programming. This goes back to the fear base of what I was talking about. You've already programmed them enough to the point where they're already fearful of the consequences. They know. So by the time he don't even have to say nothing to his kid because he already then drilled it to the point where you know. And his voice is going to kick in before that necessary step that they choose to take is going to kick in. And then when they do choose to do that, it's severe consequences. You have to.
And maybe for you, I don't know, but and I'm not a parent, but is it because she's a girl? Because I know dads have a lot of times could have more of a difficulty parenting a girl because of that woman-man thing, whereas with a dude, you can be more firm.
Listen, hold on. Here's another thing.
I'm just you know what I mean?
These kids are great actors. Don't fall for the bullshit when they looking sad, and these kids are manipulative as
That's facts,
fuck.
though, yeah.
They'll have you feeling bad and then laugh as soon as you leave the room. You got to be zero tolerance from an early age to where it's programmed in their brain. Because what happens is, parents of our generation, a lot of us had kids hella young where we try to be friend parents. So a lot of parents let their kids get away with shit thinking it's cute. While they young, it's funny, it's cute. Oh, they talking back, it's funny. Oh, they hitting me, it's funny. Then they grow into that habit. Now they older, still doing it. This shit ain't cute no more. Now you want to put your foot down, but it's too late because you've been letting them do that shit for the last 10 years. Now that them hits starting to hurt and they cussing you out in public and it's embarrassing now you want to lay the rules down. No, you should have been doing that from birth. So that's a lot of the parents' problems as well.
Yeah, and me, like, with my daughters, like, her mom would be like, hey, you need to go tell your daughter to do this, because I've been telling her this long and she ain't doing it. So then when I come through, I got to be kind of like the go do it now type thing. My point I'm making is, like, the schools, the systems, they've undermined parents' abilities to discipline.
Of course.
Because if your kid told you today, like, I'll give you a prime example. Say you got a kid, and your kid like, I ain't going to school. You need to take your ass to school. And you send your kid out everywhere and they ditch your school. Your kid's been ditching school. If you really think about it, you really can't do shit. If your kid's like, I don't want to go to school. If you whoop their ass, like, what would happen to us? We'd have got our ass destroyed. Mm-hmm. You do that to them, that's child abuse. And the kid is looking at you like, I said, my daughter is a good kid. She, 4.0, she don't do shit like that.
Sound like she gave you hell recently.
No.
Cut came with a
guy trying to get some knowledge. Like, my daughter going crazy. He really like, Fire, what the fuck you do, bro? How you doing, my nigga?
No, the reason
the fuck is you doing?
On the low.
The reason why, we talked about it. At my house, obviously, I control everything. So the thing is, like, I did talk to her about it later on.
So we said.
Well, yeah, I went to her
I feel you.
I went to her later on, and we was just talking because I really thought it was interesting that she compared what happened to her to, like, the way we used to get this when we were younger. So I thought that was really funny because you're looking at this, what I did with you, which was nothing, really nothing. You're taking it like it was some shit like, bro, we was
Okay, so
You ain't never experienced some shit.
So what you're saying, because I'm a little bit younger, so I understand what you're saying and how schools and outside voices and things of that nature have kind of taken away the ability for parents to parent. But I do put a lot of that accountability on the millennials, because I think what millennial kids went through maybe from their parents was at times, like you guys have those stories. Like my pops was like, they used to tell us go pick a switch, shit like that, where some people have situations that when they get older, I think they realize, hey, this is not, we don't want to act that way. We don't want to discipline our children in that way. And then over time, yeah, it becomes a lot softer because of the trauma that people carry on.
This is where the older
but it's hard to
generation
find a
fucked
balance.
up.
It's hard to find a balance, though.
No, for sure. This is where the older generation fucked up. They disciplined you, but didn't tell you why. They didn't give you the knowledge with it. It's just, I'm an adult. I can discipline you. That's it. They whooped your ass. Go in the room. Don't cry. Oh, you crying? I'm gonna give you something to cry about, motherfucker. You the reason I'm crying right now. So that was, yeah, that was a reason. No, that's what I'm saying. So that's where the disconnect came with our generation, and a lot of us felt abused because of that, because we never got the knowledge with it. So now in turn, it's like, I don't want to do that to my kid because I don't want them to feel the way I felt. So we don't discipline at all. Not saying we, because I still discipline, but not to the degree that the older generation did. But all of this is still one big, okay, put your tinfoil hat on. They give the kids their own rights. They don't got to come to their parents for medical shit no more. They could change their sex. They got the woman hating the man. They got the man hating the woman.
It's making
the
them
kids
easily
not
accessible.
listening to the parents. The kids hating the parents. All of this is one big perfect gumbo pot of break up the nuclear family so we can control society. Because if there's no families not even sticking together, it ain't no way that the public gonna stick together. We can do whatever the fuck we want. What you saying, bro?
Nah, I was gonna say, even in a good book, in the Bible, it tells you to discipline your kids early. To discipline them, you can save their lives in the future. But I want to go a little off topic real quick. I want to read something because I feel like this is what's applying maybe today in the world. And this is from John D. Rockefeller, Masonic Creed. Cuz said, we will keep their lives short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways so that they never see what is happening. We will use soft metals, agent accelerators, and sedatives in food and water as well in the air. They will be covered in poisons wherever they turn. The soft metals will make them lose their minds. I felt like that's resonating right now, what we see a lot through these cultures and through people and don't even understand the invisible forces or things that's going on. People not caring about their health or not caring about the things that they eating. We seen so much on that app. We seen how many waters that wasn't good for us. And I feel like this is part of their program. This shit been going on of adjusting it. Now their plan is coming to fruition. And we seeing, like you said, people can't even get their minds right. And the world is just a big stage for them to control and treat us like fucking rat testing.
Well, like you said, we're going to be poisoned at every corner we go. You got Monsanto with food. There's even just a recent report coming out about black plastic. So if you have any black plastic kitchen utensils, or if you go and get ground beef in a black plastic, that is connected to a lot of carcinogens that can cause cancer. A lot of these things are now coming out, after years and years and years of these products being branded to us as something to use. So it is poison at every step we turn, damn near your food. And then even if you go into Sprouts and even certain places like that, Whole Foods, they have greenwash things in there that appear to be healthy because they'll put like the Irish butter, pure Irish butter. You go look into that, and that has chemicals in it that has forever chemicals. But because of the brand name or the branding on it, yeah, you would assume that, oh, this is what we're supposed to get. Nah, it's a whole different thing. And so they really do all of that on purpose. Look at humans now. Dudes got 2 millibits of plastic in their balls and shit now. Like, it's all types of things going on. More kids are autistic. It's a lot of things going on because of the environment, because they poison us.
But and that's what I'm getting at. Like, that's why I brought this up, because my thing is with my kid, I just look at my kid like, yeah. I was like, I just, have my talk with her. I'm like, you're really that soft, like, to where you feel like this was just a big thing, like a big trespass that was committed against you. So it wasn't so much like that she didn't do what I said or anything. I just thought it's interesting how soft the kids are, how they see something that's really not bad. They look at it like, you did this big.
But they have nothing else to judge it off of.
Not even only that, they're being programmed to think. They're being programmed to think that way, though. Like, I don't know why people's not. We always mention programming, and people just like, oh my God, here they go with the program. Bro, they're being programmed to think this way.
We might
They're
have to find a
being.
different word.
Hey, right, they're being programmed to think this way. It ain't no coincidence that our generation, a lot of this shit was normal. A lot of us was tough. We was outside getting nicks and bruises and skinning ourselves and twisting our ankles and all type of shit where these kids don't even go outside. They can't even do a backflip, regular shit. So a lot of this, it started with the 1-800 abuse hotlines. Oh, yeah, if your parents hit you, call this line. Then you had little Johnny and them calling the hotlines on their parents.
CPS and
CPS
shit,
show up like, hey, you
yeah.
whoop your kids, we taking them. So that's taking power away from the parents. Then the schools is disciplining them before they send them home. That's taking away power from the parents. All of this is one big cycle of take the control from the people, keep the people fighting each other, even down to the kids fighting the parents. It's all about control. Wake the fuck up. They poisoning the food. Even the pans you cook in, the non-stick shit that they was.
Crazy.
Now I'm seeing that shit got chemicals in it that you ain't supposed to be cooking in. Then, like you said, the black plastic spatula, you hitting your eggs with the pan that got the forever chemicals. The spatula got the forever chemicals. The paper, black pepper got the forever
Nigga, receipts
chemicals.
got chemicals.
You know what I'm saying? So you fucked up all the way around the board. But we running out of time. I don't want to keep
Yeah, no.
harping on the politics and all of that. Y'all got any music talk or something before we get?
They've been programmed. They've been programmed.
I don't want to hear nothing else about Joker.
I just wanted people to hear that one piece. I didn't want to get too deep.
You can't even breathe to make a point with Brandon as soon as you take a breath.
Kamala, that nigga coming deep.
Hey, as soon as you breathe to make your next point, cuz already on it.
That, bro, 'cause we been on that. We been on that, nigga. We been on that, nigga. We been on that, nigga.
Just fuck the bullshit.
Nah, we tired of going making everything about political parties.
Y'all said y'all waking up the sheep. That's
Nah, but it ain't the political parties ain't fucking with you, nigga. You see what they going on in North Carolina? And all this shit, neither one of them parties is doing shit. I don't give a fuck, girl. That shit don't matter, girl. Where's the tax dollars going to help? It ain't doing shit.
Hey, cuz gonna make anything about politics. Oh, you got a Raider jacket on? You know they come from a Democratic Party. Let's come on.
Look,
they voted blue for that, nigga. You ain't never supposed to wear that motherfucker.
he said when the taxpayers to Ukraine and all that.
Yeah, I know he read them off, but we said.
But your
like
vote
we
ain't doing shit.
All your taxpayer money that you thought was, we said y'all couldn't tell us where the taxpayer was going out here, and we ain't seeing no taxpayer money getting used for our own fucking people.
Kali was agreeing with you,
Yeah, he was.
and now he's seeing it. He's seeing it real time.
I don't can't tell us. Now he gave the facts about where it's going. Now
Facts.
it fucking matter.
Y'all, how come they said it go here? Yeah, well, where's it going, nigga? Track the money.
I think that there's a purposeful, there's a level of willful ignorance right here. Because it's like, you see where your taxpayer dollars ain't going to. We see where the taxpayers dollars are going. We know that.
What you finna do about
And
it?
we see when it gets mishandled as well. We see when it gets mishandled as well. Yeah.
What you finna do about it? What are you ready to do about it?
We saw under the previous administration that more things were going towards the American people and what was important to us. This is probably one of the few times in history where the difference between the two parties is so damn distinct. One party is like, we trying to give money to people outside this country. The other group is like, we trying to help the people in this country. I'm not dumb. Even a dog knows to walk up to his boat when there's food in it. I'm going to go for the party I'm going to go for the guy who was there before the government with the other guy who was there before the government, trying to give people communication, food, water, shelter. That's who I'm going to vote for.
Kali, you got anything before we get up out of here,
I'm not
man?
saying nothing against Trump, bro. I'm just saying that none of that shit matters at the level that we're at right now. Like it's affecting the people that's going through these tragic times, but that shit ain't flying. It ain't mattering.
But you just said.
Do anybody got anything before we get up out of here?
Wait, there was a contradiction.
God damn,
We out of here. Hey,
Hey, we going all the way up.
hey, he like
kick
one of
them
them
over,
wind up
moving.
dolls. You wind up and it's only Chump Kamala. That's it.
Energizer, but
Yeah, that motherfucker is Chump
You
Kamala.
just said they doing it to them now. It's, in the future, it could be you. Then he said it don't matter. And I'm saying if I'm in North Carolina right now,
I'm saying that we as the people have to take the power. It does, none of that other shit matters
How do you start?
until we do it.
Chairman Mao said politics.
We
is
start
war without
rewiring
bloodshed.
your brains like yours. We out of here the far away.
Bang.
To New York for 3 days.
Ain't no handouts, I did it from the ground up. In the streets, thugging hardest where they found us. Got a problem, nigga, watch my troopers mount up. My bitches bang too, and you a lame though. You niggas ain't outside, yeah, we came through. You want your lights up, we put you on the shade.